Buttons are a key tool for creating interactive documents. One of the most useful things you can do with a button is to use it to show or hide buttons, including itself. By making self-hiding buttons, you can create something that looks like a single button that changes its appearance and changes other objects in your document. Let's see how it's done. So here I have a simple document with two sets of paintings, set 1 at the top and set 2 beneath. And what I want to do is create a button that I can click on to show set 1, and then when set 1 is displayed, the button changes so it says show set 2. And then if I click on it, it shows set 2. I can't actually do this with one button, but I can create the same effect nonetheless, just with 2 buttons in the same spot on the page. Each button will control the visibility of the art and itself. So to do this, we need to make buttons out of everything we want to show and hide. So I'll select the first group of art, go to my Buttons panel, and make it a button. I'll call it Set 1, and I'll select Hidden Until Triggered. I'll do the same for the second set. Make it a button, call this one Set 2, and Hidden Until Triggered. Then I'll select the text frame, I'll copy it to my clipboard, and then with it still selected in the layout, I'll make it a button. I'll call this button Set 1 Trigger. Now I'll choose Edit, Paste in Place. So it pastes that other copy of the text frame I just copied to my clipboard. And I'll double-click to change the text so it says Show Set 2. I'll press Escape to select the frame, and I'll make it a button and call it Set 2 Trigger. And I'll set this one to be Hidden Until Triggered. Now I'll Command or Control-click to select the Set 1 Trigger button that's underneath the Set 2 Trigger. So I can see I have the right one selected up here, and I'll assign some actions. I'll choose Show Hide Buttons and Forms, and so the Set 1 trigger is going to show Set 1, hide Set 2, hide the Set 1 trigger, and show the Set 2 trigger. Again, I'll Command or Control-click. Now I have the Set 2 trigger button selected. For the action, Show Hide Buttons and Forms, the Set 2 trigger is going to show Set 2, hide Set 1, show the Set 1 trigger, and hide itself. Now let's preview. So I see the Show Set 1 button. I can click on it. It hides itself, shows the Set 2 trigger, and it shows the Set 1 art. Now let's click again. And the second set of art is shown, and now I see the Set 1 trigger again. So I can keep going back and forth if I want to. Another use for something like this would be a question and answer scenario. You could have 2 buttons that control the visibility of the answer and themselves. When you need to control the visibility of objects on the page with buttons, remember that a button can also hide itself. So by positioning self-hiding buttons on top of one another, you can create what looks like a single button, but it's actually multiple buttons that toggles the visibility of other objects in the layout.